Now, just to get to the nuts and bolts of how we actually got started. So again, we started with a survey, which is always the best starting point when you're looking at developing an esports and gaming curriculum, because you want to make sure that you can provide support and data to your administrators that the program you're looking to develop and implement is actually gaining the interest of students that are actually on your campus. And so for that, we wanted to make sure that we provided that data to the president so that he can have an understanding of what we were actually getting ready to do in terms of our initiative. So the first bullet point, acquiring the support of university administrators prior to curriculum development is imperative. And again, you want to make sure that you're getting university administrators behind you, because at the end of the day, in many cases, they are going to be responsible for providing you with the financial support as well as facility support. So for us with the esports lab, we actually had to get to the point where we talked to deans as well as vice presidents and the president with regards to solidifying and ascertaining space for our esports lab, because it was not actually housed in the building that emanates, and connects with esports and gaming. So we had to make sure that we could provide that facility and secure that space in another building. And so it was really imperative to us. We did get into a little bit of politics because of the space that we actually ended up securing, but everything worked out to the benefit of everyone. Of course, always have to remember that programs are about students. They're not about us. So even though we may develop and implement the programs, we always have to go back to the ending point that the bottom line is it's about the students and the impact of the content that you're delivering to them. All right, second bullet point. Gaining an understanding of the respective university's curriculum approval process prior to proposal development is a necessity. So wherever you are, if you're at a university and college, it is imperative for you to understand which bodies would need to approve your curriculum proposal. Also, and I'm just going to keep going through the bullets in no particular order, but also you want to make sure that you have an understanding of the template. If there's a required template or approved template on your campus that you must use in order to submit or propose a curriculum, or even if it's just you want to develop an intro to esports course without an actual full-blown curriculum with several courses, then you still want to make sure that you're contacting those individuals that are responsible for, on our campus, we call that committee ed policies. But even before going to ed policies, you have to develop and present your proposal to first the department, secondly, the college, and then it moves on to ed policies. And if it has some aspect of liberal studies component, then you have to go to the liberal studies committee to get approval. And then the last approval body is faculty senate. Well, now that we've added the Office of Academic Affairs last year, now that's an additional component that we actually have to seek approval from. So that's another imperative part of this component, making sure that you are aware of and cognizant of the approval bodies on your campus. Within those proposals, you will always need to speak again about the benefits of the content on the students, learning outcomes, staffing needs, library resources, as well as, of course, funding sources. In other words, you're developing this new course, you're developing this new curriculum. Where are you going to ascertain the funding from to support this in terms of faculty and staffing needs? So you have to make sure that you're incorporating that into the approval process. And so again, for us, the beauty of it is every single committee that we needed to seek approval from, I'd already served on those committees or was currently serving. So although I was recused myself from the voting process, many of those proposals were able to move forward really because I was strategic in my approach and making sure that they were submitted on time, if there was a timeline involved, and that they were presented to the right people.